Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, D. Check four, check four.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And incomplete to open things up.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Got to do better.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and fix. Figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Rosen. Dancing to his feet, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Game situation. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. On fourth down, Matt. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get the ball.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
From the 29, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
21.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
52. I got you. Let's go. Check 99. Check it.
Garoppolo again. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down now, it's Drake. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Watch tight.
6, 1, Omaha. 40. Hey, Alpha.
Safe.
There's Garoppolo to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Goodwin. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
13. Hey, gun. Hey, Haywood.
55.
I got you.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Hey, gun.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a 1st half to forget. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And some room to maneuver. 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
At the 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
That's what I do.
And now it's Rosen looking. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a pass hauled in downfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll take this one down near the 15. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Garoppolo gives to Breida. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. What do you need?
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Stay hot. Stay hot.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jayon Brown drops him for a loss of 12. And it also brings up 4th down.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
You ready? You ready?
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Drake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They go play action. It's Rosen. And he hits Drake. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rosen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
55's mine, guys, 55.
You ain't, hey, exit. You ain't doing nothing today.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Thrown outside, caught by Goodwin. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Garoppolo hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Gold is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Jayon Brown able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo is going to fire one into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run on first down. Drake, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Alert, alert.
Rosen now off the bootleg. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners. Guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well. Hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
45-yard line.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Kiko Alonso in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. DeForest Buckner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
On second down, it's Drake. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Hey, alert, alert. 5-4. Mike's 5-4. What do you got?
Stepping up, he's going to keep it and avoids the contact by sliding. 10 more there and another first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here we go. Black 80!
Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And
because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Rosen. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They run again with Breida. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Drake. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Rosen. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Play action here with Rosen. And Wilson has it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That good for 22 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. We own them. We own them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here we go. 180.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Garoppolo's going to throw it. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15.
Check 3. Check quarter. Quarter. Bravo.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On play action, Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard.
Here we go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Miami, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.